Hi, Nathan here with Ben from the photography team. We just wanted to put our little input in relation to the new X-H1 that's been released from Fujifilm, and we just want to discuss whether we're going to be upgrading from our X-T2s.
So we run with two cameras. We've always done, ever since we were Canon, we had two cameras on the go. The reason we like doing that is so we can have different focal lengths, so normally a zoom and then a wide, something like that. So we have made a decision, we're going to upgrade one of our cameras at the moment, trade in the X-T2 and upgrade to the X-H1. Reasons being a few. One for me, ergonomics. We were lucky enough to have the GFX for a little while from Fuji, and it's the very similar grip. We like that, and the position of the shutter button. So that's kind of reason one. You're getting the best of both worlds. You're getting that grip, that ergonomics, but you're still staying a lot lighter than the GFX. So that's reason one for us.
We're not too bothered about the screen on top. I mean, it's handy, yeah. But we do actually like the exposure comp dial on the X-T2, which has obviously been removed from the X-H1. Also, you'll still be able to use that by using thumb dial, which is similar to the
you hold the button on top and then you
to the GFX,
you move the command wheel. So,
but obviously, a few people have been saying they won't be upgrading. Same sensor. The X-H1 will be a little bit better in low light, and obviously there's better video capabilities. We don't really use them for video, but it's obviously handy to have. But the main reason we're going to be changing is because of the in-body image stabilization.
Yeah, or the IBIS as they like to call it.
As you've probably seen if you watch our videos, we do use a lot of prime lenses.
Yeah, pretty much. So, well, for weddings, we're pretty much all primed.
The only zoom we have is the 10-24, which is image stabilized in itself anyway.
Yeah. But
none of the primes are image stabilized. We get great images with those, but we think it's going to be a game changer to have that IBIS in a dark church. Just able to drop that ISO a little bit more, you know, it's going to be great.
Some of the initial stuff we've seen going through the Facebook pages and things like that is, you know, handheld shots of a portrait at like 1/8 of a second. That is crazy sharp still, and 1/8 of a second's unthinkable. You know, take that with a pinch of salt, obviously, if you've got someone very still and you're very still yourself, all that kind of stuff. Put that into a wedding scenario, you'd probably be very lucky to get away with that. You may do on a wider stuff with not a lot of movement. But still, that kind of, the idea of being able to do that with that lower ISO is great. Absolutely great. Or even using it just to go, well, actually I need to go for a higher aperture or a lower aperture to get a bit more depth in, but I still don't want to be pushing that ISO. So you kind of, for us, we think we're going to be using the stabilization a lot because it's going to offer, you know, all of those different scenarios for us.
I mean, in the UK, 99% of churches won't let you use a flash, so
yeah, we
do have to, you know, use the ISO and use the sort of low f-stops. And obviously in the UK, we don't always have great weather, so a lot of the times it's dark.
Yeah,
and that's going to be great for us.
So I think that's probably our big thing. We've said it for a long time. You know, image stabilization is great. A lot of the zooms have it, but we want to stay with the primes because of how sharp they are and how fast they are. So we're now being able to upgrade every single one of our primes to image stabilized just by changing one of our bodies out. And we'll probably use it mainly on our you know, like 56 and 90s to begin with. Because obviously the wider you are, it's slightly easier. But the ergonomics is the other thing. We mentioned that.
Bigger grip.
The bigger grip. The shutter button is supposed to be very nice and delicate, as is the new shutter.
Touchscreen is great.
Yeah, I mean, people have mixed feelings about touchscreen. It was okay on a GFX. We obviously do the odd video in with ours, so it may come handy then. And I mean, there's a raft of changes. The new AF system, but that could come to the X-T2 anyway. The new film simulation looks very nice, so you know, we may embrace that
and
as well.
That film simulation looks lovely for images, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Not just for film, but you know, using it when you're taking images and looking at some of the pictures that have come straight out of camera using that simulation. They look really fantastic, nice. And hopefully that will be filtered down to the X-T2.
Yeah.
Because you know, that would be handy to be able to have the same film simulation, or at least to be able to add that simulation in Lightroom. Yeah. With an X-T2 file, that would be great.
And I know things like the classic Chrome didn't come in, I think, to the X100T or something like that, and you can't apply it to the X100S because it knows what camera is. It knows that it wasn't supported or didn't come with that camera. So I suppose it, you know, that's Lightroom talking about. You know, it would probably treat the X-T2 the same, but yeah, I don't even know if Lightroom will support it from, you know, day dot. As a setting on a raw file, because they're only a simulation of the simulation anyway, aren't they?
So we've got one, we've pre-ordered one
yeah.
each, and obviously I think they're talking March for expected delivery in the UK. So hopefully we'll get our hands on one as soon as they're released. We'll do some comparisons, we'll do some tests, we'll do some low light tests
against the X-T2. Yeah. You know, we'll try and take the same handheld shots. All of those type of things you know you kind of expect.
We've got a wedding. We've got a wedding in March.
Yeah,
so
in March, so
it'd be nice to test those because March in the UK, obviously,
it can be very
dark. So that's going to be ideal to test them. Then we can obviously let you know our results and our views.
But I think in a bracket for us, we really like the idea of it. We think we'll embrace quite a bit of it. The size difference for us, yeah, we went mirrorless to go smaller. But I don't think it's you know, I don't think it'll detract away from it. I really like Fujifilm, you know, and what they do with their cameras and the image quality. So if the camera gets a bit bigger, I think I can live with that.
Yeah, and it's still not as big as a full frame Canon.
No, and we're still not going to have the grips as yet. If we move into doing more video, we may look at that. So we're not going for the grips. We're happy to change batteries out. We don't normally go through a lot. Yeah. But we can report back on all of this, can't we?
Yeah, we find with the X-T2 when we're at weddings, as long as you turn the camera off and on in between uses, yeah, you can go for ages with the battery.
And that's another plus on the blackout on the H1 is they say 0, and I've seen some videos of, you know, a continuous shutter with no blackout occurring on the live view. So all of these things are going to be interesting. But yeah, we think it's a good upgrade. Can appreciate people saying I might hold off for the X-T3 or whatever the next one is with a sensor change.
I mean, yeah, these
sensors are great.
We love the X-T2 sensor.
I think a lower base ISO would be nice, rather than expanding it. So, you know, maybe bringing the base ISO down to sort of the 100 would be nice. But like we keep saying, a lot of our stuff's really dark unless we're outside. So, you know, we kind of embrace it all really. But hopefully we'll get them soon, and we'll do some reviews.
And if we like it, we'll maybe consider changing our other X-T2.
Yeah.
So we've got 2 of them, which we obviously run alongside an X100F.
So yeah, we've got. This is why we've gone for 1, because we don't want to throw everything in there and you know, upgrade to 2 cameras that actually, you know, they can all have their own place. So we'll run with what we've got with 1, report back, and you know, to let you know how we're.
I mean, I think if they were to do an X-T3, I think it probably would be similar. You may find that it doesn't have the bin body image stabilization.
I think it'll adopt maybe the grip idea, because I think the location of the button, what I found, was actually quite nice. Yeah. Again, going back to those ergonomics, you know, having it more at the front, a DSLR style as I like to call it. But it is just a little bit of a more beefed up, bulkier X-T2, so it's kind of preference, and ours is image quality over looks and design completely. So yeah, we're happy, and hopefully we'll be happy when we get it. Yep,
and hopefully we're told we're quite high up on the list, so hopefully we should get the first batch that comes through into the UK. We can't wait.
We'll report back then. Thanks for watching. We've been a photography team. Pop over to our website. We've got a blog going on there. We're going to try and keep that more up to date. And please like, subscribe and comment, and we'll try and get back to
let us know your views. What do you think? Do you on the X-T2? Will you be upgrading?
Perhaps you've got the X-T1.
You are now going to, yeah,
wasn't the one to go for, and you're going to skip it and go for this, or now you're going to mop up some nice cheap X-T2s going cheap.
There'll be quite a few.
I think so. Yeah.
Anyway, thank you for watching.
Thanks. Bye.
See ya.